I went to Mexico and I spent so much money. I'm like, give me the best shit you could find.
Oh my God.
Still
They
seeds and stems and
Kalami too. I'm like, yo, what's up with this shit?
yeah, no, it's embarrassing. I was embarrassing. I think there was like a kid in the room who don't even smoke weed. He's like, that's embarrassing. I'm like, shut the fuck up. I just had to meet cartel members to get the worst weed in the world. Yeah. Fucking up here tuning the heat on the jacuzzi. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
I had them ordering our food too. I'm like.
And I was just going to say that it looks like we're going back to 2008.
Why did it say that? Oh, the stock market?
I think so, yeah.
This looks like Criminal Naked Finance.
Yeah.
Criminal Naked Finance with 2 Bitcoins on her nipples. This is going to... that leg of the business is on the way.
You know what's so crazy is that people think I'm just branding myself around grandmothers now.
Let's just make it that.
I literally asked someone like, yo, so what's that Grandma Naked Studios? Is that like something like part of...
That's amazing. They think you just have like this elderly affiliation, like this... Yo, that's hilarious. AARP is going to be the first... Yo, imagine we have AARP as a sponsor on a podcast.
I mean, they're funny, right? AARP? They have funny commercials.
Brought to you again by Athlete's Foot. Huh.
Yeah. No, Athlete's Foot was a really bad thing for me, though, especially when I was playing basketball a lot when I was younger.
See, that's the only time you actually have Athlete's Foot.
Yeah.
It's like you have Athlete's Foot when you play sports. If not, it's fungus.
It's fun.
Straight up. Straight up, not made up. Grandma Naked Studios, we're back. What do we want to talk about? Do I want to talk about... Oh, dude. Having watched South Park in forever. You remember the first time you heard about South Park?
Yeah, I want to say shout out Kevin. Kevin was the one that put me onto South Park.
Kev Catello?
Yep.
Amazing show.
Yeah.
Dude, my memory of South Park was, I think it was around 2nd or 3rd grade. It went crazy. Mm-hmm. And then Mr. Hanky hype around Christmas, the Christmas poo. The Christmas poo. You know, and I think Joey told me this story in like 4th grade that he was at Jake's house and Jake pulled a poopy out of the can and went around like, Hanky. Sorry, buddy. I don't know if it's true. You know that I don't know if, I may have told this story before, and it lives in me like a fever dream. But I'm going to tell you something. This story...
I love this song.
The lesson I got from this story, Love is a Battlefield, the lesson I got from this story is that, like, some people can understand things no matter what your education level is, no matter the language barrier. Because my mom has done this to me twice in my life. Like, she just, like, gets to the bottom of things right away. You know, like, it's like the time I put her onto Instagram, and I made her an account, and I start following J-Lo and Mr. Worldwide or whoever she wants to look at. And she took a scroll for 2 minutes, and she looks up at me. She's like, "Oh my God, it must be hard to be young." And I was like, "That's spot on."
She's not wrong.
That she could like draw up the misery of the social anxiety that is being a kid today. So,
yeah, no, I feel bad for little kids, man. Like I look at my little cousins, I'm like, yo, a lot of them just have to live on screens. It's crazy.
So another time, my mom caught things ahead of everyone else, who had maybe a doctorate of licensing of some sort. My mom was just running a sweatshop. We were in about 5th grade, and somebody wrote "fuck Mr. Focaccia" on the bathroom stall.
Oh shit!
With feces.
Oh shit!
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Literally, my friend. First of all, what kind of healthy diet is allowing you to produce a stool that lets you write like a 6-syllable Italian last name? But bro, Mr. Focaccia. Yo, you get one of my poopies, I'll give you initials at best, kid. Do you know what I'm saying, Ricky? Are you more than initials worthy, bro? What's your iron, kid? Are you more than your initials worthy? No. What's your marker value? Schooling these people on the three first components in hospitality is temperature, lighting, and sound. Okay? Okay?
Oof.
Narrator.
Oof.
But you know, that's when you walk into a room, that's the first thing you should assess. Temperature, lighting, sound. If you're going to have guests, if you're going to... You know, how many places have you walked into and they just keep like their full blast fluorescent lighting and like, am I in an urgent care waiting room? You brought me here for food.
You brought me for
food? Like a McDonald's.
Hey, McDonald's.
It's so funny. McDonald's arches do make me hungry and their colors make me hungry. But when you're in there, I'm like, this is a facility. Yeah. This ain't a restaurant. That just feels so sterile.
Have you guys seen The Founder?
What?
The movie The Founder?
This better be the founder of McDonald's.
It is about that.
Okay. Grandma Naked Transitions.
But it's with Michael Keaton, which is the true Batman. Well, we could argue that, but Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton is the true Batman. Dude, that a stand-up is the true Batman, and that a stand-up is the president of the Ukraine in the middle of a war right now is
crazy.
Never had more motivation.
But The Founder is a really cool movie, man. It's about, what's his face? Roy, I forgot, whoever the guy that started McDonald's. He didn't start McDonald's. McDonald's was started by two brothers.
It wasn't by a clown? No.
No, it was started by two brothers. This guy was just like a salesman, and he came across their burgers, and he was like, this is amazing, blah, blah, blah. And then he like became
If we ate the things that started McDonald's, we were like, fuck this company.
Yeah.
So thank God to the hillbillies with no taste who helped...
But he was just
prop up.
Yeah, he was just a businessman, salesman that he came in, and he pretty much was like, I want to franchise this and grow it, whatever. But the real secret about McDonald's, guys, is
the Krabby Patty. What?
No, it's really a real estate company. Literally,
because of the franchisees.
Yeah, like literally, the land that it's on is owned by McDonald's, and then the franchisee like rents it or whatever.
You're buying just the license for the business.
Yeah.
To operate as them.
Yeah.
So the land as it appreciates is their asset.
In the movie, they talk about like,
dude, who are we? Earn your leisure? What are we doing here?
I'm sorry, dude. I've been doing a lot of research. The market's crazy.
What happened to El Salvador? Didn't they take on Bitcoin?
They did.
Has anyone checked in on El Salvador?
That's actually a good point.
There are MS-13 guys getting tattoos erased over this. No, I don't. Not even that they're buying. What was it that because they took on Bitcoin, you bought? Like, what is it that you just gave your country access to Bitcoin, or you bought Bitcoin as a government because they are down? And you know what? People talk shit on Bitcoin that it plummeted, and I'm like, no, it plummeted from the unrealistic rally that the pandemic took us on. But if you look at where Bitcoin was at right before the quarantine and where it is now, it is the healthiest growth in the whole market.
It has grown. It has grown.
What do you mean that has grown?
No, it has.
It was at what, 17?
I know it's at like 21 or 22 right now.
That is 3 years of that.
No, 100%.
What percentage is 4Gs out of 17 is like at least fucking 38%.
What the people are still...
I'm autistic. Somebody...
I mean...
4Gs out of 17?
I think people are still using it, yes, for sure.
17, hold on.
Okay, sorry.
17,000.
Get it out.
Times 0.38%. I said it was 4Gs. 6460. I'm not autistic, but I'm artistic.
So here's the thing. You know, I'll speak on the Bitcoin thing because I used to have it.
You ever bomb in your own podcast?
You do it all the time.
Yeah. And you're a laugher, so it's like you feel it. You're like, dude, never leave it on the page.
Ricky didn't laugh. It fucking sucked. Because of especially pandemic. Right now that I guess we could say
pandemic started a real scam economy.
Yes. Like, are we out of it? But I don't know. But it did start a scam economy.
You seen those videos of people who they surveil those scam banks that they have in like Indian countries.
Yeah.
And they'll call with the fake American name.
That's funny.
And he responds with their real government name.
That's funny.
As he's watching them through their security camera.
Wow. That's funny.
In today's video, I will be telling one of these scammers exactly what they are wearing. If you have seen my last video, you would know that this room is part of a fraudulent Indian call center running a multitude of different scams. They started with the social security scam, which was very unsuccessful, partially because of me undermining their operation, and they then decided to switch to the Amazon refund scam. I have covered the refund scam multiple times in my previous videos already, but just to refresh our minds, let's quickly listen in to the start of a call coming from this specific scammer.
Thank you for reaching Amazon. It's Adam here. How can I help you?
I didn't order nothing for $700 and some dollars.
Then I think there must be some third person, you know. They are trying to misuse your Amazon and making these orders without your permission, right?
Right, I never did that.
So our security team will also help you to secure your account so this will not happen again, alright?
Look, I didn't order that, and I don't have time. I was getting ready to go to town.
I know, love, but
Please
see,
just take it off.
love, I can understand, ma'am, but you know, love, somebody has already got your information, ma'am, and they are keep misusing it, right? As you are the registered customer, that's why it's our job to take care of your services and the security, ma'am. So it won't happen and you will not get charged for this, right?
As you could hear, the scammer is now sweet talking the victim to try and take away her suspicion and to then take access of her phone and steal her money. Every time I saw that a victim was falling for this story and putting their guard down, I decided to step in by booting the scammers their internet offline. This method of saving victims is pretty effective. We can see that moments after my attack, this entire room is cleared out because all the scammers went out on their break since there was no internet to work on.
See, that's the thing. People are like, don't put your information there. Don't put. I'm like, the person who has those capabilities could be in my body.
Yeah.
Don't. It's not about. Don't use that platform. They're not insured by. I'm like, no. First of all, every app you download, you accept a terms book that is longer than any physical book you've read in your life.
We should have it just going.
But you'd be just like, I need Shazam. What's this song? Accept life.
Well, that's going back to like the TikTok thing, right? TikTok is supposed to be banned or whatever, but it's like everyone's like,
I'm actually okay with that because you know what it is that since I'm consuming all this like conspiracy stuff, and some stuff is believable, and the thing that I believe is that when you in China, the algorithm is a bunch of like engineering content, and then here it's fucking die. Bro, you know what I mean? It's like us becoming dumber. And it's true, man. I'm watching people I grew up with. Making videos that they see children become famous with. We're not making content we like. We're trying to convince a robot to put our stuff out there, so we're doing a dance for a machine, and it's embarrassing.
That's so funny. I didn't think about it that way. It's a great song.
As a child, when I created the screen name, I was maybe 12.
What was your screen name again?
Philip with 2 L's.
That's right.
IVI, because an I and a V and I looks like an M.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I put 2 L's in the Philip because I'm like, anybody try to scam me will be eternally confused by 2 L's and 1 L.
Yeah, they're like, ah!
That was my first line of defense. And I swear to God, I bet you it worked.
That's so funny. Is it 1 L? Is it 2 L's? Is it even 2 P's?
Because
I don't
feel
know.
like people dump information into databases, right?
Yeah.
And you get these Excel spreadsheets that like mirror things. And I'm like, I knew what I was doing at 12. And then I was like masturbating to a photo that wasn't done downloading. But I had some things right. You were in those chat rooms ever, age, sex, location, pretending you were like a 20-year-old from California?
Well, I used to be in like these like Yahoo billboard chat rooms. And like, me, Kevin, and who else? I forgot somebody else.
Doing what?
No, playing pool, but also being like ASL, whatever. Trying to...
Those are homeless men.
No, well, there's some girls too.
All right, at least we had obese incel women. No. Because nobody was fucking popping in those chat rooms. I'll tell you that right now. Man, I remember being a kid and like playing tag with girls who were like, I know to her I'm just a little bacteria.
Yeah.
But to me, she's freaking Sharon Stone. And really, she's just like a mustachioed Puerto Rican girl who just hit puberty.
This is my girlfriend.
She's my goal, and she's got forearm hair that's thicker than my hair. A young Latina is a journey, because those are the kind of Latinas I have in my family: mustaches and dark nipples.
And
my cousins are gonna watch this like, amen.
Arm hairs
with dark hairs in their nipple. I don't know, but do you feel like old age is making your dick bigger and darker? Bigger and darker. Think about it. Have you looked at your privates and considered what you remember seeing on yourself as a teenager and felt that it's bigger and darker?
Yeah, for sure.
You know that as a child, I remember seeing, and everyone's got a dad dick joke. It's a whack subject, but this is truly a realization I had in the last week. Where I remember as a kid, I saw my dad's dick once, and I'm like, this had a soft, like 9-inch yam. And I'm like, never. It must be the hormones. And now that I'm older, I caught myself. I was like fucking after the gym drying off, and the balcony's like private, so I was just out there in the sun, and I look down and I'm like,
nice. I'm
aging like root vegetables. Rolling? Square?
Rolling? I don't even know. It's my first day in production. It's my first day in Hollywood. I'm just getting used to this shit, bro. Like yeah.
Pull up here, there's a podcast, there's fucking.
You want to order bitches?
Like, yeah.
Yeah, who lives this life?
I know people be like, yo, Phil, Alex, what are you doing? Like, nigga, honestly, like, stop talking to me, you peasant. Nah. Like, do you know I'm fucking in Hollywood now? Like, that's me smoking right there.
It's like herbal cigarette, dog.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah,
Like, every time Charlie puts a story, like, these motherfuckers deleted me and they're on to me. I'm like, yeah, he be having me dying. He be having that whole
He's a radical. Charlie's got this thing. Charlie, I don't know if you met kids like this, but Charlie has a thing where if he likes something, he's like, you got to give me the chance to put you on. So like, you know, if he likes some shit, you're gonna hear about it.
Yo, the bold.
I barked at him. I'm like, I'm your brother. Like, I'll deal with it, but I'm not gonna spoil you. Because he'll end a conversation for like, no, you didn't see. And now it's like he's very biblical. I don't know if you talked to Charlie.
No way.
He pushes it. I've seen it. Yeah.
You would think he's selling the King James Bible.
No way.
But like his own version.
He's very, but it's not religion. He actually, you say he's one of those. You know when like you meet a conspiracy theorist and then you say the word conspiracy theorist, he's like, they got you with that. They got you with, and I'm like, no, dude.
No, bro.
I know what it is, and you are that. But he's like, he don't even like the word religion. He's like, no, it's just there's God and there's Jesus Christ and the King James Bible. Like he was arguing with this sweet cousin of mine who's been very religious since before it was cool, and he's arguing with her about scripture, about the version of the Bible she is consuming. And the thing is that when you're around this conversation that often, what I do to shut Charlie down is I use very Charlie behavior. I insult the thing he loves. So the thing is that, but now it's God. So I am blaspheming just to like neutralize his tone. I'm going to be in hell. He's like, dude, remember you're talking to Charlie and you said this shit? And I'm like, I'm going to hell because I just want to like shut him up.
Yeah, word.
Yeah, but you can tell off of his like demeanor and the shit that he does, because like I've been seeing his like Airbnb stuff and like how he decorates stuff. Like,
He goes hard when he's doing
that
something.
same energy that he applies to stuff, like yo, he goes. Like,
Yeah, it's like obsessive serial hobbyist.
Yo, bro, when we were younger, we were
Hobbies, a great way to put it.
we will argue about rolling. No lie, me and your bro will be there for like 30, 40 minutes. Like, nigga, if
You'll get 4. You take a shit, you'll come to your phone, it has like 8 articles, and he expects you to have read them all.
Like, yo, when do you find the encyclopedia?
Yeah.
I tell him one thing about Balenciaga. He sends me like mad shit, like do not wear. I'm like, bro, I'm still.
They eat children. I'm like, but it's fly. It's probably on sale now too.
For real.
No, but I don't know. It's like, and I wonder, you know, because he has shitty habits. He's human like all of us, and he still has fun. And I'm like, but like, have you changed your life, or are you just like telling us what to read?
Yo.
I went to Mexico and I spent so much money. I'm like, give me the best shit you could find.
Oh my God.
Still
This
seeds and
sucks.
stems and.
And Climate too. I'm like, yo, what's up with this shit?
Yeah. You know what I like though? It was light, so like I needed to smoke so much to get there, but I enjoyed that because I'm like, I'm hitting the vape anyway. I'm a physical kid. I'm like, you know what? This is all right. I have to pluck seeds like a fucking peasant.
And
but.
stems too. You have more stems and seeds than bud.
Yeah, no, it's embarrassing.
Holy.
I was embarrassing. I think there was like a kid in the room who don't even smoke weed. He's like, that's embarrassing. I'm like, shut the fuck up. I just have to meet cartel members to get the worst weed in the world. Fucking up here tuning the heat on the jacuzzi. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
I had them ordering our food too. I'm like, the waiter, the people, the housekeeping girls are like, hey, because they like run like the parking lot booth,
They
whatever.
run everything out there.
And they're like, ellos ordenan todos los días. I'm like, they know what's up. I'm like, the same guys with the Coke? So, yeah, no, Mexico's fun, dude. I found a dealer before I had waters on the table first. It's funny. And we found out Tokisha was performing the next day at the same venue.
God, she's wild.
We had a table set up front and everything. Surprise. Tokisha is like, okay, planned. Surprise Tokisha is off the hook, bro.
True. Like, you just there chilling. What the fuck's going on?
Yo. You plan Tokisha and you cross the border, God bless you. You're surprised with Tokisha within 24 hours,
Wait,
and you
she
get a
pulled
section up front with no fee. It was just
She
like buy
pulled up
one bottle.
herself?
You get a section up front, like,
She pulled up herself.
and like some of her people, and she
To
did an
Mexico?
hour. She did an hour in Rosarito.
where in Mexico?
In Rosarito, and the next they had Offset was like 3 days later.
Where is this?
It's called Papas and Beers. Apparently, a famous venue for
we
party.
heard about that shit earlier.
It's the only spot out there, like the only big venue. I was like, how many people
Yo,
you do
that
max?
Uber
They're like
driver-
8,000. I'm like, who the fuck did 8,000? And they said, he's from Cali. He's a rapper.
Don't tell me little Alex.
No. What? YG. I was thinking of the
My
game for a
nigga,
second.
my
YG. It was
nigga,
YG. It was YG.
What about him?
8,000 people at Rosarito. He's like, that's the most we've ever done here at this venue. And LA is the kind of place that travels for their people. But California fan bases, they go. I used to go see Joey Diaz from North Bergen do stand up.
I was
out here.
watching him the other day too.
Yeah, when I met him too. I've
smoked with him too because I told you my ex's dad was like cool, like grew up
right.
Like they grew up together.
Wow.
So like one day he's just there in the backyard. I'm looking at him like, that's crazy, son.
His life.
He'd be like,
and he repeats stories, and the details are the same. And I'm like, this nigga.
He grew up on
52nd
52nd Street.
Is crazy
Some
with the
shit like
dates.
that.
With dates, he does a whole series on Ryan Sickler's podcast. It's like 4 episodes long, and he's like, all right, we'll pick up summer '87. I'm like, how the fuck? And he starts with August of '87. I'm like, I could never. I'm lucky if I landed like in like the right year of high school. Like I never forget about it.
Remember high school?
Nah,
it's just crazy.
No way.
And he be saying crazy stories. Like the other day, he was talking about his mom. Like she was like telling, like talking to him. Like he'll be sleeping.
He'll pull coke out her titty.
She pulls up at 3 a.m. waking it up like mijo, like in Spanish and shit. Like
at 3 a.m.
Like,
she was running a bar, a corrupt ass bar.
I don't know which bar it was.
Dude, I remember I went to go see him when I found out because I knew he was long before he met me.
I knew the longest yard. Like well.
Oh, but this way, yeah, right. That gave him a little bit of like
It was like art. Those newspapers about
right home name. Like people knew his name at homes around the country.
I was gonna sound she's like, look, I'm like, okay, like, I like that movie.
No, dude, he's amazing. But I don't love him as an actor. I love him as like a real personality. Yeah. I see him as an actor and I root for him, and I just don't like love it. But it's fine. It's whatever.
Where was it? His last shit where they just shot him and killed him.
I think it's the Sopranos shit, the new Sopranos.
Oh yeah, the movie exactly.
Where his son is Saints of New York, right?
Newark, yeah.
That's what I think. And he was also on the shit. I don't know if you guys watch I'm Dying Up Here. It was based on Jim Carrey produced it, and it was based on like the Comedy Store in the 70s. I'm Dying Up Here. It was amazing. It was on Showtime or HBO? Showtime maybe, and it only went like 5 seasons. So fucking good, dude. Oh my God. Andrew Santino's on it, this comic.
Hit me with this shit. Nigga, I love shows.
I'm Dying Up Here. Jim Carrey produced it. It's based kind of on a true story of the Comedy Store in the 70s when it was like, who was there? Like when Pryor's in it too. They have a character who plays Pryor, like the Pryor era. Right. It's fucking amazing. But Joey Diaz goes into does a set at a place called Dark Horse Tavern here in Rosarito Boulevard, not even far from here. And I go just to see his set. And he talks to the crowd a little bit because it's not a huge crowd, whatever. And he just announced the show like 3 hours ago. And he starts interviewing tables. And these are people that live 3 hours away. Like these people rushed out of work, drove 3 hours from like, they were talking about they're from Santa Barbara. I'm like, that's mad long of a drive on a weekday after work.
Where did I tell you I was at
today? For Joey Coco Diaz. Yeah, Cupertino. I'm like, that shit's at 5 hours and 40 minutes. Like, he has no idea where he is. Never
I'll be there in 30 minutes.
I'm like, you know what? I'm like, I know he's staying in Encino. That gives me relief. He didn't drive 5 hours for work.
Oh my God.
I look up Cupertino. I'm like, all right, never mind. He said nothing.